If classrooms are full of bright minds, why do only a small fraction cross 85%? Are we measuring intelligence wrong or teaching it wrong? Hi, I'm Srinesh, and today we are unpacking one of education's most overlooked questions. With me is Jessica, an educator who's been digging into the hidden side of student performance. Jessica, welcome.
Thanks, Srinesh. I love that you asked it this way, because it's not about students being incapable. It's about the system measuring only one dimension of intelligence while ignoring so many others.
Every parent wants their child in that top 20%. But here's the truth: grades often reflect memory and exam technique more than real understanding. Why does the system still chase the same benchmarks?
Because it's easier to measure what's visible, like correct answers on a test. But deeper skills like problem solving, creativity, or focus, those don't show up in a mark sheet. That's why brilliant children often fall below 85%. Not because they lack intelligence, but because their intelligence doesn't fit the exam mold.
I once met a student who could build robots at 14 but failed in physics theory tests. When I asked why, he said, "I know how it works, but I can't write it the way the teacher wants." That's the tragedy. We are grading conformity, not capability.
That resonates so much. And neuroscience explains it too. Some brains are wired for visual learning, others for hands-on experimentation. A single test format disadvantages most of them. That's why so many stop at 60s or 70s, even if they're extraordinary in real-world intelligence. So what you're saying is, less than 20% is not a student problem. It's a system design flaw. Exactly. Imagine if schools ran NI screenings, mapping whether a child learns best visually, auditorily, or kinesthetically. Imagine customized strategies instead of one-size-fits-all lectures. The 20% ceiling would break immediately.
And that's why we built Learnity, to look beyond marks and find the root cause of poor performance, whether it's focus, mismatched teaching style, or emotional challenges. Here's the takeaway: it's not that only 20% of students are truly intelligent, it's that only 20% are aligned with how we measure intelligence. The rest are being left unseen. Until we rebuild the system, we'll keep mistaking potential for failure.
Well said, Srinesh. Intelligence is abundant. Opportunity is not. And that's what we need to change.
Thanks for listening to the Learnity podcast. If today's episode challenged your view of education, share it with a parent, a teacher, or even a student who needs to hear it. Until next time, remember, your marks don't define your mastery.